Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Saturday, June 10th, 2023. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with last night's WWE Smackdown broadcast live on Fox from the Wells Fargo Center in Des Moines, Iowa. In the main event, United States Champion Austin Theory successfully defended the title against Jey Uso. Jimmy Uso had attempted to save his brother from an attack by Pretty Deadly during the match, but miscommunication led to Jimmy accidentally superkicking Jey.
And here comes Jimmy Uso! Jimmy's here!
The bloodline betrayer himself!
Jimmy Uso taking out Pretty Deadly, coming to the aid of his brother Jey! And now Solo Sikoa! Sikoa blindsiding his older brother! Going for the spike, Jey saving Jimmy! Super kick, Jimmy to Jey! He didn't mean that!
Are you sure?
He didn't mean that!
I'm not so sure, Cole!
Earlier in the show, Adam Pearce presented Asuka with a brand new championship, seeming to phase out the Raw Women's Championship in favor of what was referred to as the WWE Women's Championship. What this means for the status of Rhea Ripley's SmackDown Women's title was not addressed.
On behalf of WWE, it is my pleasure to present this, the brand new WWE Women's Championship.
Following the belt presentation, Charlotte Flair emerged to issue a challenge to Asuka. In Money in the Bank qualifying matches, Io Sky defeated Shotzi, Santos Escobar beat Mustafa Ali, Butch pinned Baron Corbin, after which Corbin was laid out by Cameron Grimes, and Bayley pinned Mia Yim. Karrion Kross attacked AJ Styles, who was at ringside on commentary for Yim's match. Also on the show, NXT Women's Tag Team Champions Isla Dawn and Alba Fire accepted the challenge of WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler for a title unification match. All Elite Wrestling presented AEW Rampage last night on TNT, featuring matches taped last Wednesday at the Broadmoor World Arena in Colorado Springs, Colorado. In the main event, Sky Blue won a four-way match over Nyla Rose, Britt Baker, and Mercedes Martinez to earn a shot at Toni Storm's AEW Women's World title next Wednesday on Dynamite. In the opening match, the Lucha Brothers and Bandito beat Lee Moriarty, Big Bill, and Ethan Page in another six-man when Bandito pinned Page, thanks in part to a distraction from the Hardy Boys. In other results, the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn won a six-man tag team match over Serpentico, Angelico, and Luther, and Powerhouse Hobbs logged a quick win over Caleb Crush. Impact Wrestling presented the 12th annual edition of Against All Odds last night on pay-per-view live from the Ohio Expo Center in Columbus, Ohio. In the main event, Alex Shelley defeated Steve Maclin in 22 minutes and 41 seconds to become the new Impact World Champion. The loss ended Maclin's championship reign at 54 days. This was his third defense of the title. In the night's other title change, Chris Sabin walked away with a record-setting 9th X Division championship, defeating Trey Miguel in 13 minutes and 12 seconds. The win made Sabin X Division champ for the first time since 2014. Nick Aldis emerged victorious from an 8-man elimination match to become number one contender to the Impact World Championship. He is scheduled to challenge new champion Shelley next month at Slammiversary. Aldis spoke about the victory after the match.
I did exactly what I said I was going to do. The mark of a true professional and a champion is calling your shot. And like I said before, I don't make a lot of guarantees, but I did make a guarantee that I would win that 8-4-1 and I would become the number one contender because, I'll let you in on a little secret, I've already decided that I'm winning the Impact World Championship at Slammiversary. I've already put it out into the universe.
Also on the show, Ace Austin and Chris Bay successfully defended the Impact World Tag Team title against the Good Hands. In other results, Knockouts World Champion Deonna Purrazzo and Trinity defeated Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans. Masha Slamovich beat Killer Kelly in a dog collar match. Frankie Kazarian went over Eddie Edwards, and in a six-man tag, the team of Jake Crist, Sami Callihan, and Madman Fulton defeated the Design. And in news from outside the ring, NBC has canceled Young Rock after 3 seasons, according to an official network announcement made yesterday. The sitcom, which chronicled the early years of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson from childhood through his early wrestling career, had its final episode in February. The show had experienced a steadily dwindling audience, losing more than half its original viewership between Season 1 and Season 3. Johnson had served as executive producer for the show along with his ex-wife and business partner Danny Garcia, former WWE writer Brian Gerwitz, and others. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.